What's up, Doug with D&E in the garage. So today's video was supposed to be about doing a CV in this thing. So I got to boot this rip, starting to click when I turn. And instead of buying one, I was going to use it from this old boat anchor I have back here. Right before I pulled this out of Willie, I got new CVs put in it. So I was thinking, sweet, I got donor CVs over there. I forgot this is an open axle. That thing's a Verilok, and they're different lengths. So the video I was gonna make today, don't have supplies for. Instead, I've been putting off doing CVs and brakes in this thing. This is my mother's 2012 Subaru Forester. We got nothing but the finest parts. We're gonna do front CVs and brakes all around. Alright, first problem we're gonna have is the axle nut. The best way to take those off is with an impact. Don't have one today. Next best way is to get the thing off the ground, wheel off, have someone stand on the brakes. I'm home alone today. Third best way is we're going to lift it up, take the wheel off, push the center cap out, put the wheel back on, lower the vehicle down, put the socket through the hole where the center cap would have been, pop that little axle nut off. Is it my favorite way to do it? No. Is it going to work? Yeah, probably. We'll find out. Alrighty friends, here we are on the second side of this Subaru. I'm going to give you all a hint, little tip, all you aspiring YouTube mechanics. Always film on the second side. You already know what tools you're going to need. You don't look like an idiot stumbling around. Oh, I don't want to tell you how long the first side took me, but I'll bet the second side takes less than 40 minutes. So, we got the axle nut broke loose. By the way, this isn't going to be a total how-to. It's more of a day in the shop. Eric and I have tried putting up Subaru videos before. We know. You guys are jeepers. You don't want to see it, but this is what we're doing today, so this is what we're filming. How many of you guys put the tire underneath your vehicle you're working on? Oh, for extra safety. Anybody else do that? I'm a nut for safety, man. I'm not trying to have a friggin' Subaru Forester fall on me. Oh yeah, perfect, right there. Dang camera battery died, so I don't know how much y'all got of that. But what I was saying is, this isn't really gonna be a how-to, though you will probably learn how to do this in the process. It's more just a day in the shop. I know that not too many of you, our viewers out there, really care much about Subarus. Eric and I have tried to put up Subaru videos. They do not get any views. So, first step in this whole thing is to good gravy, get off these brake calipers here. Okay. Oh, it's actually a real easy job. These used to be a lot harder. They used to have roll pins that you had to hammer in on the transmission side of the CV. That's not a thing anymore. Now they just sort of slide in. I had to double check with Eric. Of course, he's the resident Subaru technician. Also, this whole job can be done with a 19mm, a 14mm, and a 17mm wrench. There's just not a lot of diversity on the bolt size of the Subaru. That's one nice thing. If you're doing something like this on a Jeep, you're going to need about 4 different standards and 5 different metrics. That's just to get the wheels off. Alright, as always, you're going to want to keep this guy from hanging. Don't let your caliper hang himself. So these were 14. This one back here is a 17. A lot of people give me grief for how I remove brake bolts by hammering on the wrench like this. It's been working, man. It works like a dream. I've never broken one. Never had any problem. This car right here only has 93,000 miles on it, which makes it kind of nice to work on because everything's not all rusty and destroyed from New Jersey winters. We got a viewer, 93 Cherokee, who always comments on our videos. Where are you from, buddy? I think Georgia or Alabama, you said? He always comments, what the heck's going on with all that rust? Because I know down south y'all don't see rust. So here you go, buddy. Here's a Jersey vehicle that's not rusty. yet. I'll tell you what this car does do though, it burns a crazy amount of oil. And it pretty much has since we got it at 50,000 miles. There's a Subaru, what's it called? Recall on it where they'll give you a new motor if it's burning enough oil. So we're in the process right now of testing it for that, but it burns way more than normal for a 100,000 mile car. There it is. No harm, no foul. All right, now we need to get this axle nut off. Since we broke it, that's nice and easy. Just spin it right off. Now I'm using 1 1/4 inch, I think it is. Yeah, 1 1/4 inch. It's obviously metric, but I don't know what, maybe 28, 30? Probably 30 something. All I had was a 36, that wasn't doing it. All right, these bolts up here, this bottom one's just a bolt, but this top one's a camber bolt. So you need to mark where the bolt goes. Doesn't matter where the nut goes, where the bolt goes so that your camber's not all screwed up. You don't look like one of those idiot VWs running around with your wheels all bent to the side. There we go. Silver Sharpie will do it. And then both sides of those are 19 mil. They usually come off pretty easy, relatively so. So I put out a post this morning. The channel is about to hit 10,000 subscribers. Thank you, first of all. By the time this video airs, it might have already hit 10,000. But we really want to do something to say thank you to all of you guys for supporting us for just under 2 years. Yeah, we've been doing this for just under 2 years. We appreciate all the support and viewers, so we want to do a video that you guys would like to see to celebrate our 10,000 subs. So if you guys want to leave comments on this, you can leave comments on Facebook, another video of what you'd like to see. We will collect the 5 best suggestions, and then we'll put them to a vote. You guys will vote, and whichever you guys pick, that's what we'll make a video on. Now already, a lot of people are asking for a wheeling video. They want to see me and Eric go beat the heck out of the Grand Cherokees, which admittedly, we have not done much of since we started this channel. I was thinking about it today. I mean, I guess we kind of sacrificed wheeling and that kind of stuff to make these videos. And unfortunately, neither of our Jeeps are in... they're not really in wheeling shape right now. Willie doesn't even have a friggin' water pump on him right now. He can't even move, so... If you guys really want to see the wheelie video and that's what you pick, it's going to be a little while to make it come, but we'll do what we can. We will do our best. This whole job would be so much quicker with a impact gun. Eric has one that he always lets me borrow, and it's very nice of him to do that. I didn't feel like bugging him today, so we're doing this the old-fashioned way. It would go quicker with the impact, but I submit to you all, I know everybody's got an impact these days. Battery powered, whatever else. Every once in a while, man, do something without an impact. Do it the old-fashioned way. It's very rewarding. Just doing something with wrenches and I don't know, maybe that's just me. Let me know that one too. Y'all find that rewarding, or am I just crazy? Oh, if you're gonna bang on these, make sure you put the bolt back on so you don't booger up them threads. I do have a little impact. I got this thing. But it's not going to break any bolts, but it cuts down on spinning time sometimes. There we go. Now this is the bottom one that does not really matter much. Well, I mean it matters, it holds it in there, but it doesn't matter where it goes later. The top one with the washer is the one that matters. There we go. You don't know what I meant by camber bolt. See how it's lobed? That's what decides your fine camber adjustments there. So we'll put that aside. Now right here is where my method is going to diverge from a lot of y'all methods. Now most people at this point either take off the ball joint down there or they take off the tie rod. Every time I do this, I get it done without it, all right? Yeah, I have to stretch this at an extreme angle, but I refuse to believe that causes any damage. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna turn the wheel. Alright, here's what I found on the other side. You cock your wheel all the way that way and then bring it back a quarter turn, and that'll get you out of the splined area. Oh, you're able to pop out right like that. Now, old style Subarus like my 98, there was a roll pin back in there that you had to knock out. These are held in with a little retaining clip, so all you gotta do is give them a good straight line tug. Oh, and they come right out. Now this is the bad side. It's got, I mean, it's not terrible, but it was clicking as she was driving around. So let's go compare this old one with the new one. The new one's a heck of a lot beefier. These are from Cardone. They just make an awesome product. Got them on Rock Auto, real inexpensive. Alrighty. Now, this is stock. This is from the factory. This is the upgrade. You see the shaft's bigger. The joints are bigger. Housing in the back is bigger. All around bigger. Now, this right here is the retaining clip that holds the whole thing in. There used to be a roll pin that would go right in the middle of, no, go back here. There'd be a little housing to come out and you put the roll pin through. So this one's garbage. Oh, let's get this guy back in. All right, now obviously you don't want to drag this bit that's about to be inserted into your transmission along anything in there that's dirty or rusty or dusty. You just want to work its way back there. Find the hole. Oh. And that's all there is to it. It's nice and locked in there. Now, take this off, and this is the part where everybody screams at me, you're damaging it, you're hurting it. We're gonna work this guy back into there. It's not necessarily pretty, but it'll go. And then, slides right in there. Now we're gonna turn the wheel back and that'll adjust everything. Good as gold. I think people claim that I'm damaging it by cocking it all the way like that. No, man. You don't need to pull that extra stuff off. Don't make more work for yourself. Alright, now we're straightened up. Gotta work this guy in. Now this side is a little bit rusty. There we go. Put this thing on. Since we don't have an impact gun, we're gonna have to do that same thing from the beginning to whatever. You get it. Now we're going to put our bottom bolt in first. Whoops. Bottom bolt in first. Come on now. And just get it finger tight, because you need movement to get the camber bolt in. The camber bolt can be a little bit of a hassle, but whatever. Okay. Now, washer. This guy in, use our impact to pull it all together. Alright, now we're going to use our wrench to line up our little silver marks. I'm sure you can't see them on camera, but they're right there. So our camber's correct. Tighten it in with this. Same down here. And we will put it on this guy to really give it the business. Whenever you're doing brakes, make sure you clean out your caliper bracket here. I got these little wire brushes from Benchmade. You can get them anywhere, but on Benchmade they're only like 99 cents. Okay. Get all that brake dust off. Mint. I feel like Dick Van Dyke in that movie where he's a chimney sweep. Okay, we'll put this rotor right on like that. There we go. These squeal bars, I got news for y'all. Real men don't use squeal bars. Alright, pop them right off. It's a scam, man. They want you, when you're barely halfway down, to be hearing that squeal thinking you need new brake pads when you still got 10,000 miles worth of life on them. Real men don't use squeal bars. And I know this is my mother's vehicle, but I maintain it, so. Oh, another thing? Let's go clean these guys out. Everybody uses anti-seize, but they never clean out the old anti-seize. That's how bolts get galled up. Alrighty, gonna put a little bit of the good stuff on these guys. Can I tell you something too? I'm almost 31 years old. I bought this jar of anti-seize when I was 16. Now granted, I don't do mechanic stuff every single day. I imagine shops go through more, but it's not even like halfway empty yet. Oh man, there we go. Time to gotta compress this guy. We'll use one of the old brake pads. And this is the best caliper compressor I have ever used. Actually, Eric has one of the real ones. It's pretty good, like one that's made for compressing calipers, but this thing's better than a C-clip. Does the trick every time. That's really about it. Let's check our work real quick. These are all tightened down satisfactorily. These are tightened down, camber's lined up. This is on, we just gotta tighten it down. That's where the fun part is. I'm gonna take our 1.25 inch guy right here. We're gonna put the tire on, put it down, tighten it to, actually I'm gonna get my torque wrench. I think these go to 150. Then there's a little notch in here we gotta knock in. Then take the tire off, put the center cap back on. It's a pain if you don't have a, but it is what it is, right? That's how we're doing it today. Let's move the camera, and we'll do all this associated stuff. Alrighty friends, there are very few things on this beautiful planet of ours that I torque. Axle bolts are definitely on that list. These Subaru ones go to 150. Well, 145, we might just take them right to 150. Okay, really? That's already there, eh? Let's give her a double check. Okay, yep. Alright, now there's a little notch inside there that you bang in to kind of lock it in place. It'd be a heck of a lot easier with the wheel off, but I'm going to try to do it without taking the wheel off. If it works, good. If not, we're taking the wheel off. Let's see. I think it's working. I'll buy that for $1. You know what? It's not working. We're gonna have to jack it up, take the wheel off real quick, do the whole thing again. Cold chisel. I want to get right up on it and really nail it in there. That way, God forbid, it tries to break loose. It can't go very far. That's all. Put the wheel back on, center cap back on. Now, obviously, when I get it on the ground, I'm gonna torque these as well. I'm not just putting wheels on with this little ditty. This job is done. Now I have to do the other side and I have to do the rear brakes, but I don't think you fine folks need to come along for that ride. So, congratulations on making it to the end of another D&E video about essentially nothing. If you have any questions on this process, by all means, let me know. Let me comment down there in the squawk boxes. Let us know what you would like to see for our 10,000 sub thank you video. If you made it to the end, thanks for watching. See you next time.